Hi there, I'm Brooke Baldwin. Thank you so much for being with me. I want to begin with the emotional outburst from Michael Brown's stepfather on the night the world learned the officer who killed Brown would not be indicted. What Lewis Head screamed there was no doubt controversial, but now Ferguson police are trying to determine if what he was yelling 8 times over was in fact criminal. They're looking into whether Head, who is married to Brown's mother, should be charged for inciting a riot over his blow-up, which the New York Times recorded. Let me be crystal clear with you. There are no charges against Lewis Head at this time, but let's let the legal experts weigh in. I have Paul Millus with me. He's a civil rights attorney sitting with me on set here in New York, and also HLN legal analyst Joey Jackson. So, gentlemen, welcome to both of you. And Paul, let me just begin with you. I think let's just start simply with what is the actual definition of inciting a riot, and how do you prove it?
Using words that you have a clear and present danger as a result of those words of causing a riot, and actually intending, specific intent to have those words cause the riot itself. Not an easy thing to prove, quite frankly.
So, Paul, let me just go to you with that. She's basically saying this is a moment of raw emotion. He just found out, Michael Brown the officer who shot and killed him, wouldn't be indicted. I guess in terms of a high-profile case like this, have you ever heard of an instance where police would go after the victim's family in this way?
Look, from a purely technical standpoint, the language he used was essentially to incite something. Whether or not it actually did in terms of the people he was duressing at the time, you'd have to find additional evidence. But I would tend to agree. In a case like this, it is highly unlikely that one would want to take on the prosecution of the father, considering the emotions, what was going on at the time. He was reacting to something that obviously impacted him in a very great way. His son's killer, from his perspective, was not going to be brought to justice from his perspective. I don't think it's a case you want to bring if you're a prosecutor, irrespective of the fact that it might fit the technical definition.
Okay, Joey Jackson, thank you. Paul Millus, I appreciate you coming over
Thank you,
here
Brooke.
very much.